And this isn't to throw salt in your game, but we, in the very, very, very beginning, like first day, or no, it was when we were getting the beds. That was the rough patch. I don't like to be the one to bring up the negative, but when the transition was first starting to happen, I think for some it was overwhelming. Okay, I'm not one to point fingers, but I'm just playing. Are we speaking candidly or what? Okay, truthfully. So I feel in the beginning it was overwhelming for the twins to be, because honestly, y'all, they was not in a rush to come home until an incident happened on campus where they were like, okay, it's time to come home. But they were still kind of rushed. It was like, their freshman year, and they were more socially active than anything. So, not speaking for them or anything, but you can just tell with their aura. We are very close. Like, we are all we've had. Like, we're close. So, you can tell their energy was different, and they weren't excited about being back. So, I think we had to give time to settle. And I think we had to have that little moment of just like getting it out, or otherwise we was gonna be walking on eggshells until it did happen. So I think we just got it out of the way the first day, and boom, we haven't had no issue since. Took me to throw away my soap. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. No, that wasn't.
She is speaking truth, because I know for me, I wasn't ready to come back. Like, felt like our whole second semester was just taken from us, and it was just so many events in line, and then with quarantine, the incident that did take place. Then I was ready to come home, because I didn't want to stay somewhere where that incident occurred. But what am I about to say?
You don't want to see the incident?
I mean. RA passed away. But not from...
RA is a resident assistant.
So she was a black woman.
And it was right at the beginning of all the COVID stuff, right? So they didn't even know at first.
She didn't pass away from COVID. She had some other medical issues. But yeah, so once she passed away, I was just like, yeah, it's time to leave. The dorms don't feel the same. Everybody was leaving by then. Like, pretty much everybody was heartbroken, so everybody was moving out anyway. But yeah, I just wasn't ready to come back. I wasn't. What? What was it?
You had a glitch.
You like power down.
But I don't know. I wasn't ready to come back. Like, I was honestly kind of like still mourning her, like her passing, and like everybody. I was just taking on the energy of like the whole dorm and all the residents that she had. We were all kind of like a community, and we were just texting back and forth. Like, we're here to support. Even when we still got here, they still had a memorial for her on Zoom. And so just talking to her family, just being here, I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't ready to come back. And it was just the situation that made us kind of come back was just like it got me where I just wasn't feeling it here. So that's when stuff like, me and Kriana had got an argument. But it was honestly, I think it was more so my fault, because I took it the wrong way, except that she said, and then kind of like blew up in the wrong
then I took it even more the wrong way when she responded to that. And it wasn't no turning back. And then Camilla.
But here's the thing.
They always
because we went away because we went away for college. And this is like a line that us and our friends always use when people try to like be hers or like try to yell at other people. It's like our mom, she rarely yells at us. So just like, or there's barely any conflict with our mom. Like, she barely gets mad. So when she do, it's like a real problem. But that's why she barely gets mad, because there's like no super huge issues with our relationship. And so just with that issue that happened, it was just like, I get overwhelmed sometimes when I feel like I can't defend myself, like, because I'm non-confrontational, so I don't like when people start conflicts with me. So it was just like, that's how it all blew up. But that's what I fixed kind of over quarantine. I'm still non-confrontational, but it's just learning how to process the emotion first.
You're
not laughing at you.
No.
What, you gonna confront me? No,
Yeah, so
confrontational.
just to kind of
but
fill
I
you
get
in on what happened. Yeah, everybody gives you.
I'm trying it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you never tried.
Oh, okay. Can you give me a cucumber?
I'm just playing. I don't fight.
Yeah.
Pretty girls don't fight.
Right.
So to fill you guys in, when we first got the announcement that I think San Francisco was the first city to like be like, no, we on quarantine, huh? And once they said it and had a state of an emergency, I'm telling the twins like it's time to come home. Like this is a real thing, and they like, no, we're just gonna stay in our dorms and. You know,
Yeah, until
and then it started getting worse, and you start hearing about all the cases around the world. I called them one Sunday, and they like, we at the skating ring. I'm like, the skating ring? Why is it even open? They like, it's not out here yet in Sacramento. Mind you, it takes me no more than an hour to get to Sacramento. It was in Sacramento, too. But like they said, their RA, which is the person that is responsible for their floor, that helped them out, and you know anything they need, passed away. Then everybody started coming home, so they came home, but they left all their stuff there. They brought like all their clothes, and then they came home. So we knew that we was gonna have to go back in a week to get their clothes, and we also had to turn the living room into a dorm room because they were still in school, and I wanted them to be as comfortable as possible. So we had to buy day beds and cabinets for their stuff, because mind you, they just fully moved out of their bedroom and out of the house, period. So period, no. They moved out of the house, and so they had everything they owned with them. So we had to bring all that stuff back, and you know, we have space in the garage for their stuff, some of their stuff. But I wanted them to still feel at home because it was still the middle of the semester. You know what I'm saying? And it just abruptly.
Abruptly.
What happened?
That was a different joke.
Oh, they got inside jokes too.
No, because it was the same situation. I was trying to pronounce a word on camera, and I was really trying to do it, and Camille was all, hiya, love, right? And he was like, abruptly.
Yeah, so you know, I just wanted it to be some normalcy. Now about the fight or the argument, I was really uncomfortable with that. What did I do?
I was uncomfortable with it too.
Hey,
Brianna got the silent treatment for like 2 days.
Yes, for heck along.
That's just how I respond to the twins.
I'm used to that.
They're my little sisters. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with them, and that seems to be an effective method. That works for us. It's been working since I was young, and it works now.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the rest of the quarantine we wasn't gonna talk, so I was just like,
and I was prepared to if that was the case. but with no tension, it wasn't okay. I don't know if we have to. Her reaction was no reaction too. You wanted to stay out of it and away from it. You didn't want to hear no side of the story,
right?
And you didn't nothing.
Because it was a silly argument, but the way that they handled it was, what I can see is that's how families and siblings break up and never talk again, and it don't even be something so serious. You know what I'm saying? It was just something like,
it's because we said that we didn't want to help her bring her stuff up,
because they said nobody helps them, and Kriana always helps them, so she took it like nobody helped them in life, when all they meant was did nobody help them move out the dorm room because Kriana wasn't there. You know what I mean?
But Kriana also helped them move into the dorms. I'm on call whenever they need. To me, I just took it real personal because
Yeah.
I'm a very dedicated big. Like I take pride in my role as a big sister. I feel like I do a very good job for all my siblings that I have had a part in. So, so for just to hear one of them say that, not like, oh, it's when your kids say something, but it was just like, what? Like, you gonna say that to me? Like, I don't help you. Who don't help you? Like, I help you with
But see,
everything.
the thing
so
was,
that's how I took it. So
we
my
helped
response
you.
to that was like, who are you talking to? Like, I won't ever do anything ever again. Like, we don't even have to talk. And then that.
But Kiana always takes stuff literal. Like, if you say something to her, she'll look back on everything that you ever went through with her and think that you applying it to that situation too. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that deep. So, what you was gonna say?
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was what made me mad was that when we told her we wasn't gonna help her. Also, another reason was we had to pack up and bring our stuff tomorrow. So just like I'm not about to waste my energy, and on today when I gotta get up do it again tomorrow. And so, but we ended up helping her like. When it got
because I had to turn around and help them with David.
Yeah, that was the
same
thing.
day.
no,
that
she
was the
actually
issue.
didn't help us though.
Well, David, that's me. That's helping.
Did David help us? No.
Yeah, he did. He went back. He had to go get money.
Well,
He came back.
we ended up helping her. Cause I was just like, oh, this getting big. Cause it wasn't even. I didn't say nothing at first. It was just Kamaya, and whatever it said to Kamaya ends up being said to me as well,
And
so,
vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa. And so
I went downstairs to it. You put yourself in that.
Well, you had got mad at both of us. So I was just like, why are you talking to me? Like, I'm about to go help you. Like, that's how it was. Like, so it just went big for no reason. But
I thought the argument was between y'all two, and Kamaya came out the bathroom like
I thought it was.
it was y'all two.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no,
You.
And
I
then
think
Kamaya
it was, no, I think it
Maybe-
was directed at both of us.
Because
But I
remember
was in
you
the
was like
bathroom.
you
No,
didn't
I
know
just
what
started
was
with.
going-
Okay, so just to put it all out there because y'all talking in the circle. So we were everybody was getting beds. Me and David didn't have a bed, and the twins needed a bed for their room. So we all went to Big Lots. Me, David, and my mom were the only ones that went because earlier that morning the twins were supposed to walk over. My mom told them they were supposed to walk over there so they can pick out their covers and sheets and stuff and help her with they bed, and then we was gonna go. So they didn't do that. Then we got there, and when we were coming back, I knew that I was going to go back to help with their bed
Because
so,
Brianna's stuff was ready first. So
Yeah.
her and David, while they was still getting my stuff together, her and David we only live around the corner from
Yeah.
them. So her and David brought the Brianna stuff first. So I'm still
So, y'all, that stuff was heavy. We already had a hard time. You know when you be struggling on something and you start to get irritated? So, I was already irritated from, like, struggling with the bed. Just getting it on the van, getting it here, and tussling with that. Then we had to bring it up the stairs. So, I politely asked, I guess it was Camille who I talked to first. And she didn't like say like, oh, I'm tired, we gotta get up tomorrow. She flat out told me no. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean no? I gotta go help mama with y'all bed. Why wouldn't you help me with mine? Like, that's selfish. I always help y'all. And I think it was me either saying I always help y'all or something along those lines where it was like, don't nobody help us. Or I don't know what something. It was all like that.
it was
I said my piece like,
you wasn't there.
I always help y'all. And
told me.
was it you or Camille who said it first?
Me. Okay. So,
Yeah, I think Camille just said
Yeah.
no, and then you came up out of nowhere, and then I'm like, first off, I wasn't even talking to you.
Cause she had walked. Okay, so I was in the bathroom. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I think I had just came out the bathroom, but she was walking into the her room, and then like she was like saying stuff, and I was just like, and it sounded like she had an attitude, and it was just like help or something like that. Like I don't know what she was saying, but it got me where the point where I was just like. Well, I was like, what's she got attitude? Because I didn't know what happened between her and Camilla. I didn't know Camilla said no. I just came out the bathroom, so I was just like, well, why she got an attitude? And then so when I came out, and then I was just like, well, I know I said something before. I said
You was like, don't nobody help me.
I know, but no, I said something before that? Because I'm
Yeah.
not going to just say. Like,
Yeah, it was like two things. It was kind of compact. Yeah, that motorcycle.
All the time.
It's like they speed up right here.
Yes.
But it was like something I don't remember, and then it led me to saying like, "Why nobody help us?" But only referencing to when we moved in. I didn't mean it like
Your
deep
life,
down,
your
but
life.
when you know, with attitudes, I mean, like I had attitudes, so when it, you know, your tone and all that could just carry so much.
And I think whatever the whole spiel was is what led me to believe like,
Yeah.
oh, so you just don't nobody help you.
Yeah.
Then it was kind of all bad from there for like what the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walking around, nobody
Because
talking
then
to
they
nobody.
needed me that next day. My mom wanted me to go downstairs and bust my butt and clean out the garage so the twins could bring their stuff from the dorms
yeah.
and put it in the garage. And I'm like, okay, so they didn't walk to Big Lots like you told them to. That's what they could have been doing since they don't want to help nobody else and they feel like don't nobody help them. They should have been cleaning up. Like they should have planned better and watch how they talk to me because I am somebody on your team. So I just feel like you don't treat those that are like, or you just don't say certain things to certain people. The people who are there for you, who got your back, I just feel like a lot of people forget that your words do hold meaning and power and they can affect other people and hurt other people's feelings, but you don't think about that when you're mad. You're just saying whatever is on your mind or on your heart or whatever you think because you may want to hurt them in that moment. But we just got to think about the long run. And to me, when stuff like that is said or done, I'm just like, you didn't think about the long run. You didn't care about how it would affect me or my feelings. So you just don't care. And I just don't care no more. Like,
Well, that's why you expressed them in the beginning so it can get nipped in the
Yeah.
bud.
so we did that.
Hold on.
And now look at us.
And we had a
And I
big conversation on it, so
Yeah, and I personally just didn't see it as an issue. I'm like, work it out because
She's mukbanging for real.
I'm like, work it out because y'all sisters, like, it ain't nothing too big to where y'all not gonna be talking. You know what I'm saying? Walking around just ignoring each other. That's what I mean by when kids grow up, move out and stuff, and you guys don't get that chance to reconnect on that other level you on now. You know, you on that grown up level now, you know? And then you come back, and when you come back, everybody doing their own thing, and, you know, so I'm telling you, the quarantine really brought us all back together. Kriana was in Chicago, you know, and the twins was just in high school and they graduating and she coming home from college and just, you know, it was just an opportunity for everybody to meet us where we are now in life, you know what I'm saying? So that was awesome. That was great. And yeah, they argue and they get mad and me and Kriana argue. Let me just say, the common denominator,
she's
but
so
it's
strong.
Yes, she takes things literal and personal. Like you
Do
can't.
words not have definitions? I'm confused.
They do, but you know, and I understand people use words freely and shouldn't, you know, but you don't think. I mean, me as a parent, you know, I just always seen it as her being sensitive. You know what I mean? I never seen it as, you know, she taking words literal, you know? Because sometimes it don't be that serious. Like if you walk in the kitchen and you like, oh Lord, who dishes? It's gonna be some shit because if it ain't just her dish in there and it's one other person dishing there, she wants to know why is she being singled out when it don't even be that way.
Yeah, so change the question. Don't say, oh, who dishes it? Just say, Kriana, when was the last time you washed dishes? Or Kriana, it's your turn to wash dishes. That's what I walk into the kitchen to.
Yeah.
Specifically.
She's passive aggressive.
We have a system in this house, y'all, since everybody is grown.
Yes.
We gonna get into the real. Since everybody is grown, everybody's supposed to do their own dishes. It started off with my mom was cleaning the bathroom, I was cleaning the kitchen, David was taking out the trash. That was what we had going on before the twins got here, so they kind of just cleaned and did whatever when they wanted to. So then it was everybody just do their own dishes. Not gonna lie, that will mean that sometimes you got somebody dishes in the sink, sometimes you got somebody dishes on the table, sometimes you got somebody dishes on the counter, and You don't. She swears she be watching and counting, and she know who did what when, and that room door be closed. So I feel like when I come out the room and I be all chipper jolly, always sprinkling rainbows, and it's Kriana, it's your turn to do dishes.
Okay, in my defense, I'll say it to the twins first. And they'll say, I washed all my dishes, and I'm looking and I know it's not mine, so.
But I keep mine in my room until it's time to avoid this. And it's like the minute I stick something in there, she'll have my stuff specifically set aside. This your crab pot. Yeah, this been there since the last time you cooked crab. I've been watching it ever since. Like, why you watching my crab pot?
But I would say, like,
I do that.
one thing that has been, like, for me and Camilla is that because we are in the living room, like, we don't got a door or nothing like that. So basically, anytime, like, somebody come out their room
and mutter something,
we hear everything. Like, we kind of catch all the, like, attitudes and the tones and all those things. But I just be like, ever since, like, when we first got back and then, like, we had an argument, but then, you know, good after that, I just swear to myself, I'm not arguing with nobody ever again, because it's just simple. Like, you don't have to argue, just simply communicate. And so I was just like, you know, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So that's why we be quiet. We just watch our videos.
But sometimes it be feeling like it's directed towards us, because if we say that it's not our dishes and Mama say it's her dishes, and then she go in there and she don't think it's her dishes or it's not her dishes, when she walk past her, she said, but them not my dishes, I'm not gonna know it. Or something like that. It's gonna be like, well, who's she talking to? That's when you be like, now you just sitting in your bed mad like, dang. And then you gotta get up and I'm just wash all the dishes for everybody.
Right.
Get mad. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
that's the least
It's
that I tried
gotten
to do
funnier
here.
though over quarantine. Like, I've learned
That's
to
not a problem
laugh.
no more. Yeah.
I've learned to laugh at certain things. Like, what was you just arguing about? The McDonald's. When Mama wanted the sauce or fries.
Oh my god. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta watch that stuff. Like,
And when she left the room, everybody was like, nobody said nothing, but we all just felt it. And I think, what did Camille?
no, I said, I was
she
like,
must
maybe
be
because she on
hungry.
the phone.
Oh yeah, maybe because she on the phone. And then I walked away thinking like, oh, maybe it's because she's hungry. And then she came out and like, did you apologize or did you
I
just
came out cracking up like I went hard for them with that barbecue sauce. I was like, I mean, have you ever been hungry and like the food come and people passing food out and just like your food is just at the bottom or something? So when I finally got my food, Camille was trying to take my barbecue sauce. I'm like, you didn't even order nothing for barbecue sauce.
And I thought I did because we switched orders or whatever, but and she just got booked. Well, I was like,
I was just like,
she was about to go in for that stuff.
yeah. So I mean, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I just sat here and said, like, we have a great dynamic and get along good.
We do though.
We really do, but we human and we get into little things, and sometimes, and it's just funny in the end, because it's like, they always laugh at me. They don't take me serious at all, but I just be like, I am who I am.
and for all the Zodiac people, you got 2 Leos, well 3, because Kriana's boyfriend David is a Leo, Aquarius, and a Scorpio. There used to be 2 Aquariuses and then another Scorpio, which is Tiki,
My mom
her
and my
sister was a Scorpio, and then Grammy, her
My
mom was an Aquarius. So it was
Or
3
is an Aquarius.
Right.
So there's 3 Leos, supposed to be 2 Aquariuses and 2 Scorpios.
It was
But
really a
everybody in
mess.
Aquarius.
It was
At
really
the
a
end of
mess.
the day. I said everybody in Aquarius at the end of the day.
Was mine Aquarius?
I think so, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know about all of it.
Yeah, well, Leos and Aquariuses are the total opposites of each other, so you can see why sometimes we butt head. And Scorpios are just.
But that's supposed to make it really
What?
good.
We're really sweet people.
Yeah.
We really sweet people.
Who?
Scorpios.
Scorpios are crazy.
I don't
We
know,
ain't
this
even
one a
gonna
little
get into
bit.
zodiac signs because I done met 2 different kind of Scorpios in the same
And I'm the
family.
good one, right?
Well, you got some
You got
stuff.
your.
Yeah, you got.
Now, when you a single mother, you learn how to to not let people pull your strings. Let's just keep it there. No, but we really do get along great. Yeah, we have little things like families, but it's never nothing that in 30 minutes we not laughing about or just, having a conversation about it if that's what it takes. But most of all, I think the most important thing for all of us is to just know it's nothing ever that big to where, it can't be talked about, Like, we should never, ever be that mad at each other,
Wherever you assign our home is like always been my safe space. Like, that's why I don't be liking people to come over our house, because it's just whenever, like, when I got here, that was my fear, because I get too comfortable. Like, once I got here, it was like no work, no nothing. Like, I'm too comfortable here. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Every place that you made our home was just like, that was my safe space. Like, I wasn't playing the character when we went to school, but we had a discussion on that. Like, people just expect a lot from black women and stuff like that, and just trying to stay up there and just stay true to yourself. Sometimes it could be hard. Well, not hard, but it's just a lot. So when we got home, it was just like, lights off, get in the bed, bonnet on, watching your YouTube videos.
Bonnet on.
So it's just like, this is like completely my safe space. Wherever our mom names our home is my safe space. Like, so
I think that's really wherever we are then.
Yeah.
Because as long as we've been together, anywhere that we've been has, like you said, felt like home.
The only reason why I say where she assigned home, because like when we were in transition and like we weren't in our complete home, it was just like that didn't feel like home. But once we got here, it was just like, it's just our mom, so it's just like, it's nobody else around, so it's just our space. Like, I don't want nobody else in it. Whenever people come in, you just feel like a whole bunch of energy is just being taken away from the space. So that's what I always appreciated about mom, was just her energy. She made it always feel like home, no matter where we were.
What you hiding for?
I didn't want to eat while she was talking.
Oh.
It's a mukbang.
But everybody else done, so I'd have been all. Yeah, I'm full too, but
yeah, because we live in a normal 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. I keep saying that to let you know that, like, we have no choice but to be in each other's faces. Like, literally, every piece of space in this apartment is being used. Literally. You know what I mean? Like, we use every piece of space. We use every item in this house. Nothing is going to waste. And that's how I want to live my life anyway.
That's why I'm always throwing away stuff.
Because, yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm always throwing away stuff. I feel like if it's not in use, throw it away.
Camille.
But I don't know. I just seen that soap in there for a long time. So.
Camille is the throwaway queen. She went under the cabinet. You know how you have plastic bowls and stuff?
No more.
Ain't taking no more. You need to go.
Oh.
You know how you have plastic bowls under the cabinet? All gone. You know them water bottles, the recyclable ones?
I mean, all
gone. Everything. Camille came and cleaned out. She'll throw your food away. She threw Kriana soap away.
Yeah, ain't nothing safe around Camille.
A lot of people can get cluttered.
That's true.
Yeah.
So if you are out there living, what is it, co-living?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, hold on. Let me know. If you are out there co-living, just ask before you throw some nice stuff away. If it's not yours, I feel like that's just a general rule. Even if you are with family, just to avoid issues.
Yeah.
If it's not yours, just ask. It didn't, like, her throwing my soap away didn't really cause no issue. It was funny because first I thought my mom tried to hide it from me and throw it away. So I thought it was her again. And I'm just like, they are conspiring against my soap. Like, what is it? And it's the same bar of soap. Maybe I'll do a story time on my channel. But, yeah, with food or anything that's in the house, Maybe
You hear
went to the
something?
bathroom.
Oh.
That was David.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he
It
was
sounds-
looking in.
I didn't know
David should be in our video.
I think
David,
know
poor
that
David. So
Poor David.
poor David. David just in the room, like we barely see David. Sometimes I'll be like, "Is he here?"
Granny used to think I was beating him. She thought I ate him.
Yeah, because he.
No, I get it
he-
though.
I be wondering because
No, I
everything
get it.
going on.
Like,
I just be wondering like
What
how
do you
David
do?
see it all.
No. How he see it all?
Like
You
when we
mean
got
how-
into our argument and everything, like, I just be like, he don't say nothing. Like, you know how some people get like, you know, big sister get their boyfriend. Sometimes people boyfriends be like too talkative. Like they just like try to diffuse the situation. Like he just stay out of it.
He do. He just. No comments, no nothing. And if he do, of course, he say it to Kriana, and they may talk about it from her, you know, perspective. He don't get in it.
Honestly, specifically, let's just go back to, like you said, with the argument. He did not pay it no attention, and I was upset because he thought I was taking it too far too. Not like I was taking it too far, but he was just like, it's not that big of a deal, basically. And it wasn't. But the part that was, I just needed everybody to understand that that part was a big deal.
It was a big
No.
deal. Understand it.
No, but seriously, when things happen or any little tiff or whatever, he honestly just kind of brushes it off as like female stuff. Like, men automatically expect when it's a bunch of women specifically, I mean especially black women, that there's going to be conflict. So he honestly got it pretty good because we really don't have issues. We've had, like we said, those few, not even a few, the really only argument or issue was that very first one in the beginning. Since then, everything has been just little family stuff. Like, who threw away my soap? Who threw away this? Who stuffed who dishes is it? You know?
Yeah.
So, he had no
'cause
complaints.
They was all walking around not talking. David came and put the beds together and everything, and you know, and I was worried. I was all looking at the twin side eye like, dang, why y'all just didn't help? Should we needed him to put the beds together? I really thought he wasn't gonna do it because, you know, like it. I mean, I had only knew him for like what 6 months. I mean, lived with them, knew him.
Yeah.
At that time, you guys came in about what August,
Yeah.
September.
Yeah, September. Yeah,
September,
August.
October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so literally 6 months, you know. So this was the first time that he had to deal with us as a group, you know. So I didn't know how to take it. I'm like, y'all done pissed off Kriana. Now he feeling uncomfortable probably, so he not gonna come out the room. He ain't gonna do the beds, and I gotta do these beds. I was upset.
Yes,
Let's
you
not-
say that. So what's crazy is while they put the beds together, because it's been a long week for us, we went to sleep while they were putting the beds together.
Wasn't me.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
was out here with him.
Yep.
And we didn't want to be in the way. We didn't want it to be awkward, so we just went in her room, our mom room, and
And by the way, I did offer them my room, and I would take the living room.
but no.
You know, because I'm barely home. I was working and hanging out. I was empty nesting for real. I was doing my thing. I was like, they calling me at 10
She had
o'clock.
plans every weekend.
Yes, I was going everywhere. I was living my life.
when we was here, she was with us all the time. So
Y'all wasn't
which is
18
good.
yet.
So
But we was just in the room, so.
They wasn't 18 yet. When they turned 18 that August, they went right off to college. So
but see, with us, we was always at the movies doing
in
something.
the summers,
like,
yeah.
No,
Oh, what?
during the school year too with you.
Oh,
Like you wasn't
Oh,
out
yeah,
with
yeah.
friends. You was with us at the movie theater,
Yeah.
and shopping, and
I dedicated my life to raising them, and their whole
she
life
did a
I told
good job.
them,
Great.
as soon as you turn 18, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me.
Vocabulary.
Spectacular.
Oh.
Yeah, I told them all their life when they turn 18, like, you know, expect it. Expect change. Expect me to be looking out for me. I mean, not that I don't look out for them and don't have their back and they can always live at home. We can live like this forever, but I mean, we planning on doing some big things in the future. You know, we're gonna thug it out, get it together, get our life, and in the future, we're gonna still be together, just in a bigger space. That is our
That's the
plan.
plan.
Yep, that's our plan.
I'm just excited for the future.
Yes,
I'm excited too.
it's great when you got a dedicated tribe that all got the same vision and goals on a larger scale.
And I know they say if you want God to laugh and plan, or however that saying goes, but I truly believe if you believe and work hard that you can have anything you want. And so we're gonna have whatever we want. You know, people ask me like, oh, you gonna buy a house with your daughters and y'all gonna live together. Well, what about when they get married? And what about this? And what about that? I don't worry about that. All I want to do is be able to have something for us. And if they get married and they go off, and then they have some grounds to go buy their own house. You know, that's how you start to establish and grow generational wealth, you know? And then everybody will have a house, but we'll always have one house to come back to.
Right.
And we're about to wrap this up because I'm sure it's been over an hour. And
You got some.
I'm full. Everybody's full. We gotta clean up. We gotta clean.
That's how you know it's time.
Yes, sirens. I swear, every video I make, you gonna hear sirens.
You hear something in mine.
I'm just like, dang, it's so
Motorcycle,
noisy. I can see
sirens.
the lights. On the
Y'all, we be
freeway.
getting all the good action, okay?
Right.
I mean, not good action, because some stuff we've seen has been horrible.
Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you did, if you made it to the end, of course, it's gonna be more videos to come. I just wanted to share my family. We're missing David. I got loud because of the sirens again.
It must have been something.
Yes,
bad.
yes.
Yes,
No,
yeah, 'cause
y'all,
I
it's
can see
Friday
it's
night.
going. Yeah, it's Friday night. Yeah, yeah, because it's my airplane. But this is my family. I'm missing David. You know, he's here, but he's just letting the women do their thing, and you
This
know,
is Florida 7Ks.
last night together.
Florida 7Ks, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seven
Florida
Ks.
7Ks.
K7.
I'm K1.
K4.
K5.
K6.
And it's 7 of us all together.
And 1V and 1D.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. All confused and stuff.
Grammy even that's there.
K7.
D.
Yeah, I don't know what to put in the title.
Must
Make
be
sure
fun.
y'all subscribe to our mommy.
Yes,
She
like
killing
the
the
channel,
game, y'all.
Kawana
She
L.
got
White.
videos
Yes,
dropping.
subscribe, Kawana L. White. We know y'all watch her on Facebook, so you might as well just come over to the YouTube.
Yes, come on.
You're gonna
over
be able to
here,
catch a
too.
glimpse of our lives. Of course, our lives on KT2.
Got a shameless plug.
Yeah,
Lady
and
Creed.
their
Lady
link to their videos and their channel will be below. So don't forget to subscribe.
My legs going
Hit the
out.
like button. Watch to the end because views matter. You know, and I need to know, and I need some comments. I need to know how y'all feeling, how y'all doing out there during this time. You know, you need a personal call. They say check on your strong friends. I got all strong friends. I've been calling y'all. So just thumbs up, subscribe, get that notification bell. I'm gonna try to drop a video every week.
Every week.